Alright, in this video guys, I'm going to go over the how to set your Ctb files or how to create the Ctb files. Remember, just to recap, when we did the layers, I told you that we're going to use the layers to actually control how the plot was going to behave. The plot or the print in regards of the different colors of the lines, and not only the colors but the actual line weights. We have discussed line weights before, in which some lines are thicker than others on your plans to create to make it easier on the viewer and to make some information more important than other. So for aesthetic purposes and for presentational purposes, not all the lines have the same weight. Again, line weights are the thicknesses of our lines. So I'm gonna show you how to create those Ctb files. We went over the layouts and how to prepare the layouts for printing purposes. So you have the video lecture on that. We did it live in class. So for the Ctb files, remember that I showed you that when you print, here on the top right on your plot window, there's a section for plot style table. Okay, and these are gonna be your pen assignments. Pen assignments, again, how thick are the pens of your plot. So pens, imagine if you were to draw something with different pens, and those pens have different thicknesses, and you'll use different thickness to draw something, another thickness to do something else. So we're gonna, with that in mind, we're gonna create a file, and that file is gonna contain the thicknesses of the lines when they get printed. Okay, now we're gonna attach it to the color, which the colors are attached to the layer. So hopefully this doesn't create too much, it's not as difficult to understand. So when we're drawing, we created layers a couple of weeks ago, and those layers have color. Those colors are there for you to make it easier on you when you're drafting. You can see the layers. It is easier to see different colors and not just one color. So that's one reason. But the other reason is to control through those colors the line weights. Okay, how we want the line weights to behave. Okay, so with every color that we have, every layer has a color. So we're gonna use these colors. We're gonna attach a line weight to each individual color, and we're gonna do that through the Ctb file. Okay, through the Ctb file. So if you go to the standards manual, okay, and it's under where you did all the layers, underneath that, page 19, there's a page here that says pen assignments. Okay, and we're gonna do the architectural. Notice here that it has the color, and then attached or not attached, but every color is gonna have its own pen weight. Okay, for example, red, it's 0.008. Yellow, it's 0.010. Green, it's 0.12. So you can see how this pen is lighter, this one is a little bit heavier, and so on and so forth. Okay, so each color, when I use these colors here, has its individual line weight or different pen weight. Okay, so we're gonna be using this, so you need this. So go to standards manual, you're gonna need this right here. Now notice on the instruction, it says the following pen assignments are for the full Ctb file, and you're gonna name it like this: initials, full Ctb. And then all pen weights must scale to half the listed weight for the half Ctb. So you're gonna do two. We're gonna do the full and we're gonna do the half. So we're gonna create two Ctb files. One is gonna be called initials full, the other one initials half. Now, why two? We have two because for A and B sizes, we're gonna be using the half, and for the C and the D, we're gonna be using full. Okay, remember you have 4 title blocks: A, B, C, and D. Half is for A and B, full is for C and D. Okay, so we're gonna do two Ctb files. Now, what I need to mention to you is that the Ctb files are not gonna be saved to the template. The Ctb files get saved to the actual computer you're working on. Okay, So whenever you create the CTB files, they're gonna be saved onto the computer, and I'll show you where they are. So that means that when you create your CTB file, it's a very good idea to copy those two files and save them to the USB or save them to the cloud. So if you go and use another computer, you can download those CTB files and install them on that computer you're working on. Okay, so the CTB files, they're not saved on a particular file itself. They're saved onto the computer. So if if you do your CTB files and you use a different computer, even if you copy the template, the CTB files aren't going to be in the other computer because they save to the computer. Okay, inside a folder in AutoCAD. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to create the CTB files. So we're going to go to AutoCAD. And right now I'm actually, it doesn't matter where you are right now, but I'm just for the sake of it, I'm gonna go to my template. Okay, and again, the CTB files, they're gonna save here. They're gonna save to the computer. So what I want you to do is go and locate where the CTB files are. And the CTB files are in the Styles Manager right here. Go ahead and go to Styles Manager. This file opens. Now, notice that it's hidden somewhere in the computer. Notice that it's on users, Ovaldez, which is where I'm my computer. App data, roaming, Autodesk, Auto 2020, R23, blah blah blah. So it's, I mean, it'll be hard for you guys to go look for it because it's inside a folder, inside a folder, inside a folder, so on. But if you type a Styles Manager, it'll take you straight here. Now notice here that we have CTB files here. We have the color, monochrome, fill pattern, grayscale, so on. I have one here. I'm going to get rid of it. Okay, I'm get rid of it. So notice this right here. These are the CTB files, and notice it says here, color dependent plot style. See, color dependent. So that means that plot styles depend on the color. That's what we use in the layers, or the colors in the layers. So let me look at this right here. I'm going to close it. And if I go to plot, those that I showed you are these right here. Monochrome, grayscale, blah, blah, blah. So these right here are being pulled in from the Styles Manager folder. Those that appear there in the plot are these right here. So that means that when we create our new CTB files, they have to be saved here on plot styles. They have to be saved right here. So when we're doing that, we're going to do them right now. And as we're doing them, when we finished it, they are going to be here. They're going to be placed here. I'm telling you where to go because if you need to copy the CTB files to put them on a different computer, you have to go to Styles Manager, open this folder, and copy them from here. And I'll show you how to do that. Okay, so let's go ahead and start it. You have a wizard right here that AutoCAD already puts there. It says Odd Plot Style Table Wizard. So there's a wizard that we can use to get started. So go ahead and double click on that. And when you double click on that, it's going to ask you that you're going to be doing one. That you're going to create the wizard to create your CTB file. So we're going to put next. Next thing, we're going to put start from scratch because we're going to start from the base. When we do the half CTB, we don't have to start from scratch. We can start from an existing plot style table. But right now, since it's the first one we're going to make, we're going to do start from scratch. So I'm going to select that one. Next. Okay, now here we're going to create the color dependent plot style. You have two options, color dependent or name plot style. We're going to be using the color dependent because again, we're using the colors to create the different line weights. So we're going to be attaching it to the colors. So we're going to go to, make sure that's selected and go to next. And here we're going to give it the name. Okay, so again, it's initials, underscore, and then in this case, we're doing the full. So I'm going to put full. Okay, so your initials, underscore, full. Give it a name. Now here, it gives us the option to put finish. If we put finish, we have created the CTB file, but we have not told it the different line weights. Okay, so don't put finish. come here and click on plot style table editor. Here is where we're gonna make all the changes. Right now we just created the CTB file. Now we're gonna make some changes. So before we put finish, we have to click on plot style table editor, and this opens. Now notice that now you have all the colors, and then we're gonna make some changes here. Okay. First thing we need to do, notice right now, if as I start clicking on the colors, notice here on properties, on color, it says use object color. So that means that that's going to be red, yellow, and we don't want that. We want all the colors to be turned into black. So we don't want for this to be use object color. We want everything black. So what I'm going to do, you click on the first one, go to the last one, press shift, and then click on the last one. So it grabs all of them at once, because we don't want our prints in color, we want them in black. All the lines we want in black. So you select all your colors here, make sure they're selected, and then come here to color and change that to black, like that. So that means that now it doesn't matter whichever color I select, is gonna be black, that's what we want. We want the colors to be, when we print, we don't want anything green or blue or yellow. We want everything black. So it doesn't matter what color you're using on AutoCAD. If it's green on the screen, when it prints, it's going to be black. If it's blue on the screen, when it prints, it's going to be black. Okay, so what we did right now is to make all the changes, all the colors into black. Okay, so now what we're going to do is change and give it the different line weights to the colors. Now we're going to do the line weights, so go ahead and click on this one right here. Okay. Notice that it has different line weights. Now, these are not the ones that we're using. So we need to edit those line weights. So we're gonna edit them. We're gonna edit them right here. Edit line weights. Okay. So first we put everything to black. Now we put everything to, now that everything's to black, now we're gonna play around with the actual weights, the thicknesses of it. We're gonna come here to edit line weights. Okay. Now, before we make some changes to the actual line weights, we're gonna put here inches, not millimeters, inches. Okay, so that has to be 2 inches because we're using architectural right there. Okay. Next step, now we're gonna edit this right here. Okay, so we're gonna select the first one and we're gonna put edit line weight. Now notice that I can change it. What am I gonna put here? Well, we're gonna put these right here. So I'm gonna start with this. Now notice that some of these are gonna be shared. For example, for 140, color 140, color 252, and color 254, all of them are 010, 010, 010. And also for yellow. So I can create that line weight. I only need to create one line weight, and the rest I can share the color with that line weight. I don't know if that makes sense. So let's start with this one, 008. So I'm gonna go here and edit line weight. I'm gonna put 0.008. Okay. Click on the next one, edit line weight, and that one's gonna be, where is it? 010. So 0.010. Next one, line weight, 12, 0.12. 0.012. This one is going to be 14. Okay. Now I'm not going to do all of them, so you guys can. Actually, I don't want to just for you to follow me. I want you guys to actually do yourself. So next one is 14. Okay. So you click on it and in lightweight 0.014. And let's do one more. I think the other one was 20. So click this one, edit 0.020. Once you do that, right? Okay, now we're creating our own line weights according to the standards manual. So we're going to use these. Now remember, some of these are shared. So if you, for example, when you get to this one, but you already have it right there. All right. So once you do all of them, it's going to be only the architectural. So all these, create this line weights here, this pen assignments. Once you do that here, then you can put OK. And now it's just a matter of matching. Okay, whatever we edit here, now they're gonna appear right here. So edit line weights, now they're gonna appear here on line weights. So let's go back to this one, and for example, red has to be 0.8. So red, we're gonna come here, and that one's gonna be right here, 0.08, right there. So that one. So now notice what we did. Everything that is red on my screen, when it gets printed, is gonna be black, and it's gonna be this thickness. Everything that's yellow or color 2 is gonna be 0.10. So we tell it here, everything whatever is yellow is gonna be black, and the line weight is gonna be 10. This one. Okay, I think it was 10, right? Yeah. And then whatever is green is gonna be 0.12. So whatever is green, I'm gonna come here and assign 0.12. Whatever is cyan is gonna be 14. So I'm gonna go to cyan, color 4, and that's gonna be 0.14 right here. So then you have to go through all of them. Well, not through all of them, just through these colors right here. Only these. So it's not all of them, just only those. So you're gonna go through those colors and notice that they have numbers. You're gonna click on them and then assign the correct line weight. Assign it. Okay? Once you do that to all these colors, you assign them these pens. Of course, remember, you first have to edit the line weights and add the weights first, and then come and assign to each color that pen. So once you create the line weight, they're gonna be here. Now just go color by color and make sure you give it the line weight or the pen that it needs. Once you do that, then you can go save and close. See, because now we created the CTB file, we give it a name, we made the changes to the actual color, we put everything to black, and then we put the line weights, and then we match the color with the line weight. Once you do that, then you can put finish. Okay, you can put finish. Now, where are those? If I go back, notice that it's right there. The one that I just created is right here. Full. So if I print, if I go to AutoCAD, if I print, it is right there. Okay, so it's grabbing. I created my own CTB file that I can use, and this CTB file is gonna control the colors that I have on my screen. When I get printed, it's gonna control that everything's black, and that every color has its own thickness. That's how we're controlling our line weights. Okay. So again, remember that CTB file, it's saved to the computer, not to the template. So if you send me your template on the assignment, I'm not gonna get the CTB file. You have to send me the CTB files separately. How do you get those? When you send them to me, or when you get in copy and put them on a computer, all you have to do again is, for example, Styles Manager. Grab it. Okay, copy it. And then paste it wherever you want to paste it. Paste it maybe on the desktop, and then from there you're going to send it to me through Blackboard. All right. So we have done the full, or you're going to finish the full. I just got started. You have to finish it. Now for the half, it says here you need to scale half the listed weight. So that means this one is going to be 0.04. This is going to be 0.05. This was going to be 0.06. This is going to be 0.07. So you're just going to divide this in half for the half CTB. Okay? So you finish the full one with what I just showed you. Now for the half, you just have to divide these numbers in half. Let's go ahead and do that. Now, for this one is going to be a little bit easier because we already have one that we can start from. So if we go to Styles Manager, we're going to go to Wizard. Now here, we don't have to put start from scratch. We can put use existing plot style table. So we don't have to start from scratch. We're going to start from the one that we just did. Okay, next. It's going to tell us which one do you want to use. Okay, I want to use the full. Because all I have to do now is go and change the line weights, the thicknesses, and I'm done. So I'm going to use the full. I'm going to start with the full. Next. Again, I'm doing the half. Now what is the name? OV_half. Next. Now I go to plus style, table. And all I have to do, notice that all of them are black already. So I don't have to make this change. I don't have to do that. And notice that color 1 is already to 80. Color 2 is already to 100. So what I need to do now is make on this CTB, make the changes on the line weights. So I'm going to come here and I'm going to go, for example, the 81. Now that one's going to be 004. I'm going to go to the 10 one. I'm going to edit that one. And that's 005. I'm going to go to the 12 one. And I'm going to edit that one to half of that. So it's going to be now 006 or 60. Okay. I'm going to go to the 14 one. I'm going to edit that. And this is going to be now 007. Like that. And that's it. Put OK. Now notice that on half, red is 0040. Yellow on half, it's 0050. Green is 0060, and so on. Okay, because we did it, we just cut it in half. So go through the colors, go through these colors now. Change on the half CTB, change this in half. And that's it. Once you make those changes, now you're going to put save and close. Finish. And now we have, if I were to plot, now I have my full and my half CTB file there. Okay, remember these two are saved to the computer. This is going to control your line weights. Okay? So it's a good idea to get those files and put them somewhere else. For example, again, you're going to send this to me as an assignment. So style manager. What you need to do is grab them from here. I'm going to grab my two. I'm going to put copy, not cut them, copy. And let me put them in a desktop. Okay, and I'm going to paste them here. So now they are on my desktop. So when I want to send the assignment to, whenever you're going to submit your files, you're going to go to, in my case, I would go to submit, or before submit, go attach file and go to desktop and select the full and the half, which are these right here. Where are they? Here's my half CTB and my full. Where's my full? That's all. Here, my full. There you go. So there are my two files there. So you want to keep those files separate because, again, if you use a different computer, all you have to do is get them from wherever you are, open AutoCAD in whichever other computer, and then go to Styles Manager. Copy them for wherever you have them and paste them here, and it's going to open them up. As long as they're here, you should be able to see them when you use them for plot. They're going to be right here. So now, what you need to do is on the A size, remember we went over that, and right now we didn't put any pen assignment to it. We didn't put the CTB file assigned to that layout because we had not done it up to now. So now we're going to go and put that to half. Remember, A and B is to half, and then apply to layout. And then we're going to go to B, and then we're going to go to plot, and then go to half, apply to layout. And then C and D, which C I didn't do, but D I do have. So this one we're gonna go and assign full. So we're set. So whenever we need to print on an A size, my CTB half is already selected. Whenever I want to print on a B size, my half CTB is already selected, and C is going to be full and D is going to be full too. Right there. So again, the CTB file is going to control the color and the line weights of our lines that we have drawn. Okay, and remember, that's what we draw with layers. If you're gonna do a wall, you do it on the wall layer. If you're gonna do a sink or a sink or something with plumbing, you do it on a plumbing layer. And then each layer has its own color, and it has its own color because we're gonna use those colors to control the line weights, the pens, and we control the pens through the CTB file. Full for C and D, half for A and B. Okay, so go ahead and do this to the assignment for this week. Create your full and half CTB, and you're gonna submit them separately. So you're gonna submit your template, and on the template, I'm gonna check that you have your A, B, and C and D title blocks ready, set on the layouts, and then you're gonna send me also your half and full CTB files. Remember, if you send me your template, the CTB file is not inside the template. The CTB file, it's a separate file that it's in the computer. So you have to copy them, just what I did, paste them somewhere else, and then submit them through that. My advice is grab those CTB files and save them on your USB on the cloud. I want to share one last thing with you. This semester, one of my students for final project, she was working on her assignment, on her project, and the line weights were off. Like everything was off on the line. There was no line weights actually. It was just everything the same thickness. So I told her the line weights are off. Fix your CTB file. And actually I told her, are you using your CTB file? And she's like, no, I lost them. I don't know where I have them. I said, well, then you have to do them again. One of her friends, or not friends, another classmate says, you know what? I have them. I'll just give them to you. So she just went to her USB. Her CTB file were saved on the USB. She just emailed those to her. That other student brought them down, installed them to the computer, and she was ready. So for that reason, you need to keep your CTB files somewhere else, not only in the computer you're in right now. Okay, put them on the USB, put them on the cloud. If you go to a different computer, all you have to do is open Styles Manager, copy those files, dump them in there, and now that computer has your CTB files. Okay, now whenever you print, that CTB file is going to control the color of your lines, it's going to control the line weights, and that's what we want. Okay, so please do this, 2 CTB files. I walked you through it. I didn't finish them. You need to finish them all the way. And again, you're going to be using this sheet here, or this page, or this section right here. Okay, so you're going to assign for the full, you're going to assign to this colors, this pens, but you have to edit them first. And remember, they have to be on inches. And for the half, you just divide this by 2. Okay. Any questions, please let me know. Send me an email or send me a pronto message so I can answer that. Or next time we meet, if you have any issues, please let me know so I can address them. All right. So please do that and submit it on the assignment that I'm going to have open very soon.